Hello and welcome everyone to the African R6 League's Kidney for Shaz initiative. Today we will be heading to Villa as Meraki Gaming face off against Frantic 6 Esports in the semi-finals of this weekend's African R6 League. Let's head straight into this. Right off the bat, I don't believe we've seen these teams face off on Villa, so I'm really excited to see how things end up going, because Frantic 6, they can play a really good slow side hold 20-second meta style type play. So on Villa, a place that's generally defender sided, I want to see how these guys do. But Monty actually being the first one banned, that's a pretty weird one, because Monty, he's the only real counter to the 20-second meta. I mean, if you're running a Monty, you can just face check every doorway, see where the players are playing, where the utility is situated, and just clear it out. As well as Jackal, probably to deny that roam play. So excited to see what the defenders decide, or what the defensive bans are going to be, because these attacking bans make it seem like this is going to be a very defender-sided map. There will be a mirror ban, very common one, especially on Villa. I mean, you've seen how useful mirror can be, especially on that aviator games room, as well as trophy statuary area. So let's see what the second defensive ban will be. And it will be an Echo. Once again, like I said, very common ban. See that in most games these days. It's basically just an irritating op to play against. So yeah, let's head straight into this match. I'm really excited for this. As I was saying in the beginning, this is the Kidney for Shaz initiative. I believe if you type !donate in chat, you will get the link to where you can donate towards the Kidney for Shaz initiative, one of the ATK players, an initiative started by ATK to help Shaz, one of the, I believe it is CSGO players, help his costs surrounding his medical situation. He will have to get a kidney replacement, so whether it's for the kidney itself or his external medical costs, it's definitely a great initiative helping a member of our community. So really, I would I would really appreciate it if you guys could go down to the Kidney for Shaz initiative, maybe donate something, or even just by watching the stream. You guys are helping immensely, raising awareness for this initiative. But that all being said, heading into the matchup now, Frantic 6 will be starting on defense, heading to Aviator and Games Room as their primary bomb site. Running the mute to probably delay on this main site breach. No, hard breach is actually banned on the attacking side. Quite a strange thing. Most of the time you would see at least a Hibana, maybe a Maverick, or even a Thermite ban, but nonetheless, no hard breacher bans coming out. See actually the Alibi being played. That's a pretty weird one. Never really see Alibi played that much, especially at this high level, and see how they can use them. The attack is now spawning in, looking to take from this master bedroom side, as well Hibana situated outside of that main balcony area. Attack is making quick work, trying to enter onto this bomb site. Still AML on the Alibi, situated outside of that Astra Repel. Probably hearing the operator of Sledge repelling all the way up there, knowing there's most likely going to be a push through this main bedroom area. Waiting for the drones to come out, and just delaying this. Spotting and hearing the drones now, so most likely knowing the push will be coming from this bathroom and master bedroom area. The Sledge as well, now situated outside of that connector balcony area, looking to cut off the rotates from notably the Alibi, as well as Fish of the Legion. Maybe get a bit of damage done onto him. Entire bedroom control now in favor of the attackers from Meraki Gaming, and they've started opening up into statuary. Jaeger is definitely in a tight spot there, as he does get killed from the crossfire, but Alibi answering back with a kill of her own onto the Hibana, and a double now with a kill onto King. So that's a Sledge gone, and that's the one that was holding the rotate. Now another kill, however, two kills coming out from Meraki. Both the Alibi and I believe the Legion are dropped. So now a 3-2 in favor of Meraki Gaming. They do have hallway control, but they need to translate this into a side take. Notably, Hibana, the only hard breacher, has been killed, so they will need to push into these doorway areas. One player situated outside at 90, taking a lot of damage from that Maestro Evil Eye, as well as Zofia now wide swinging onto this aviated doorway. Mute as well with the SMG-11 in hand, just laying that push just as long as he can. Nomad placing out their air jabs. Looks like both teams are getting ready for this main push, knowing it will come eventually, but a lot of damage done actually onto, I believe that is the Thatcher, through the drone hole as well. Mute whips out the shotgun, kills one with it. One is injured, one alive. Essentially a 1v1 now between the Maestro and the Thatcher. Does get the kill. Zofia, however, starting to pick herself up. On 5 HP, if she can clutch this, this will be genuinely amazing. She was essentially down and out for the count, but having raised herself now on 5 HP. But the Maestro Evil Eye gets the kill. Knowing it was a Zofia, having injured her, the player will be on 5 HP. As well, knowing that Maestro turret does 5 HP, just the one zap is enough to kill that player. A great play from the Maestro there. Be able to lock out that first round for Team Frantic 6. So they now head to Trophy Statuary as their secondary bomb site. Of the Legion. See, once again, that alibi pick saw that work out actually quite well, because saw that one of the clones on that connector area shot by the sledge. That is essentially what led to the kill onto the sledge on the connector balcony, as well as I believe there was one shot in Master Bedroom alluding to that Master Bedroom push. So really we've seen this alibi play work out quite well for Frantic 6 Esport. Heading to Trophy and Statuary now. You have the Mute once again on the board. Looks like essentially a very linear operator lineup. Looks like almost exactly the same as the previous round. See how they decide to use this utility, opening up the rotation into Astro from the Trophy area. See those alibi clones being placed on the Master Bedroom doorway. That's really a very strong spot for them, because if you are jumping through that window, well, you're going to get spotted. Even if you pre-fire it like you would a frost mat aiming down, you are still going to get pinged by that thing. So really great spot for those alibi clones, because no matter what they do, they will get pinged by those if they decide to jump through that window. The attack is now spawning in, looking to take from this Master Bedroom side once again. Let's see what they can do with this. Looking for those runouts, maybe knowing one or two players have been playing around that area. And that exactly, my friends, is the power of the alibi. Just pre-firing through that window, he does get spotted. And now the defenders of Frantic 6, they know essentially where this main push is going to come from. Buck actually on a very tight angle here, holding through the skylights area into, I think that is Statuary. May be able to pick one or two players off from that spot. Now main Master Bedroom control as well as bathroom control in favor of Team Meraki Gaming. The Mute just situated out here tightly, as well as this Legion. They are essentially the only line of defense against Meraki Gaming's attack, and a quick peek coming out from the Legion does not net him a kill, however, as he does get killed by SADW on the Nomad. Now the attackers of Meraki Gaming looking to push into the statue area, as the thermite charge on the main bedroom wall does go open. Now Mute swinging with the SMG-11 into the bathroom area, but a double kill from the Zofia, answered back by Ducky with the 416C carbine in hand, does get a double for himself. But in a 3v1 situation, what can you do? Getting pincered from each and every angle. Finally, it is King SO on the thermite, getting the final kill. A great headshot for him. Just swinging into that angle, knowing the Buck as well as pressuring him from the back. Great teamwork there from Meraki Gaming, able to actually open up that main wall, as well as pressure onto that bathroom area, essentially uncontested. Seems like they were really coordinated in their main push. They knew what they were going for, and they just worked together as a team. Heading back to Trophy Statuary now, let's see what the Frantic 6 can do with this. The Warden pick actually coming out. That's a pretty strange one. Would not be surprised if it does get 6-picked. It indeed does. Onto the Doc, actually. Just as strange, but I have my suspicions where he's going to use that. I'll show you guys now if I indeed am correct. But yeah, let's get straight into this. See those double Jaeger ADSs there stacked outside of bathroom. Always like to see a lot of utility dump in one area, especially if it does work out well. It's definitely a tool that defenders can use to delay the attacking side for quite a bit. And I want to see what this Doc is doing because... Okay, no, he's not playing the pixel angle. The Jaeger actually going for an early run out does not net anything for himself. It does definitely scare out those attackers. You saw them flinch for just a second, run exactly the other way. Figure 6, I mean, I've been talking about this the entire time, is even if, well, spawn peaks, even if it doesn't net you anything from it, just that fear that strikes in the heart of the attackers, just making it so they have to genuinely check each and every doorway to make sure there isn't a run out. It delays a lot of time for the attackers, even if, like I said, you don't net any kills from it. The attackers now droning out this alibi at top red stairs, holding a very tight angle here from this terrorist repel area. Both the Mute and Smoke, both of them with those iconic shotguns in hand. See if they can net anything with this. Probably anticipating a bathroom push. I mean, we saw those Jaeger ADS stacked outside of bathroom, so I would not be surprised if that is where the main utility dump is going to be. But if you look at this main bedroom wall, it's been opened up above, and that, my friends, is to allow for impact tricking. Now, if you don't know what that is, essentially, once the thermite charge is placed on the wall, you can throw over an impact grenade and destroy the thermite charge, which, let's see if this actually goes like they planned. Thermite charge going off, and indeed it does. The main wall... Oh no! He missed! Main wall does get breached, so now a great angle being held by the attackers. Now having this main bedroom area to use, as well as a kill coming out from the Nomad onto that alibi. See the Doc holding these tight angles with the ACOG. See if they can net anything with this, as well as Fish holding this angle tightly with a shotgun. But Doc does get killed by the Nomad. A triple for SADW on the round, and the Smoke just gets pincered from each and every angle imaginable. A flawless round for Meraki Gaming. Heading back to Aviator Games Room now, their primary bomb site, having lost 2 at Trophy Statuary. You are able to go back to your primary one after 2 losses or wins on any other site. Is how the rotation parameter in ESL rules work. So now able to go back to their primary bomb site and see what they can do with this. Once again, the alibi play coming out from Frantic 6, and even though it did work out well for them in that first round, I have to start questioning it, because from our perspective, sure, it had that one pretty good play, but after that, really, we've not seen that impressive alibi play, so I wonder how this is going to work out for them. Really interested to see what they do with this. The attacks now spawning in. Hear those beautiful ambient effects of Villa, the beautiful Tuscan village. Look off into the background, the vineyards, everything oh so peaceful, and then you get back to the close quarters combat of Rainbow Six Siege. Just the beautiful juxtaposition of this beautiful map and the bloody warfare going on inside of it. The attackers now starting to take from this master bedroom area, like they have in previous rounds. Well, Buck actually pre-firing into that wall, presumably getting intel from his teammates, but still AML on the alibi dropped so early on into the round, as well as the sledge. Now outside of 9 to repel does get the kill onto the Legion. Ducky as well taking a lot of damage, don't know from where, but at the moment Meraki Gaming, they have a definitive lead in this round. And players of Frantic 6 just holding the site oh so passively, knowing a push is most likely going to come out from this 90 area. This was on that main aviator doorway, but now Figure, with a great kill of his own, pushing into that 90 area, getting a very aggressive kill onto Cobras of... what is that operator called again? Words they befall me. But now another kill coming out from Ducky as well. A refrag now coming out, as it is a 2-2-2 man count. Make that a 2-1 as Ducky gets another onto SADW. Now left last alive in a 1v2. Does a lot of damage onto the mute through the tight angle, but getting dropped onto about 40 HP himself. Once again doing a lot of damage, but whips out the shotgun, goes close quarters, but the SMG-11 of Lulu on the mute is the one to get the final kill, and that is Frantic 6 evening it out in a 2-2 round count. Stumbling on my words here, but... Heading to dining room kitchen now, actually, as their second bomb site, and I have to say I agree with that, because I mean we've seen them lose aviator, trophy and statuary twice in a row, so trying to mix things up, see what comes from it. It's never too late to try and mix things up, especially when you see what you've been doing isn't working for you. So really like this mix up from Team Frantic 6. Looks like they will be having a top floor roam contingent, both Ducky and still AML on the alibi, situated in this top floor area. And kitchen area is definitely one you have to basically hold from top floor, because once you lose control of that hatch, as well as just all the soft breachable floor in kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, and this walk-in closet area, it can really bite you in the butt, or should I say bite you in the head, because the angles from above are going to be held by the attackers once you back off of that top floor area. So I like this roam coming out from Frantic 6. Let's see what they can do with this. The attackers now start to spawn in, seemingly taking from both the main master bedroom area, as well as here back on this connector balcony. Passive angles being held here by the defenders, probably expecting a rush coming out from the attackers to clear out this top floor room, but at the moment they're just taking their time collecting as much info as they can, and at the moment it actually looks like they're going for a balcony push. Looking to push into washing room now. At the moment the only real threat for this push would be the two players sitting close on the corner, both the Legion and the Pulse, feeding them info. So So definitely not a clear avenue onto site, as Zofia now pushing into the pantry stairs. The Pulse is relaying her position at the moment. Pre-firing into that pantry area. Does no damage, but they definitely now know where this main push is coming from. King Eso on the Thermite, starting to open up the pantry wall into kitchen, and this is now a definitive angle that can be held by the attackers, as well as Buck now pushing onto this backstairs area. But Lulu, in the meantime, he's gotten a kill onto Reds. That's the Zofia, and most of your utility off of the board. Ducky as well, answering back with a frag onto SADW, the man that has been getting him a few rounds in the past as well. Still AML, and this Alibi gets a double for herself. Both RX and Cobras are dropped. Now King Eso on the Thermite left last live in a 1v4 situation. Enters into the kitchen area through that pantry breach. Checking each and every angle. Elysian is currently playing behind that sofa, and indeed he does get the kill. I believe that's a double for himself on the round, and a great play from Frantic 6 to lock out this round. Roamers as well as the side players just holding oh so passive, waiting for those gunfights, knowing Meraki has to peek into them, and peek they did and lose they did, because that really was a great round coming out from Frantic 6, taking it in a decisive way. Heading to living room and library now actually. They really don't want to go back to trophy and statuary. I really want to see how Frantic 6 decide to hold this library area, because I don't believe I've ever seen the site played in a professional game. So, I mean, it's not indefensible. Sure, there are some weaknesses. Notably, this bottom bathroom area can be breached into very easily, as well as this main lobby area. I mean, you can essentially enter there uncontested most of the time. But I like this castle setup coming out from Frantic 6, essentially locking off rotates into both piano as well as red hallway. So, at the moment, it looks like this piano area will be their main point outside of the site to hold, because if you look at these reinforcements as well as these rotations, they have a rotation into red hallway, and then once again a rotation into this, I believe this is called Art Memorial Room. Please, Legion, walk in there. Allow me to see what it's called. Okay, I believe it was Cellars. I couldn't quickly catch it there, but nonetheless, it's looking like a very interesting hold coming out from Frantic 6. Fish now getting droned out from that balcony area. Does spot the drone. Knows he has to fall back because his position has been given away. If you look at the overview camera quickly here, the players from Meraki Gaming are wasting no time in entering into this clay area. So at the moment, Zofia could open these barricades. Looks like that is exactly what she will be doing, opening both the one into piano as well as the one into red stairs. Almost catches the rotate off figure. Still AML does get dropped, but Ducky answering back with a kill onto Cobras. So now a 44 man count. As well as King Eso on the Thermite getting dropped by Figure. Great play from him. That's a quite important one to get. But Figure now as well does get dropped onto down but not out. Lulu answering back with a kill onto RX, and that's your Buck dropped. Now in the hands of SADW as well as Reds. SADW does get dropped. Reds now left last live with the Zofia pushing onto site. Does catch the mute from the back. Knows there's a player of the Jaeger playing inside of sight, but is not able to get the kill. Almost hits the edge shot, but no. Ducky from Frantic 6 collects the final kill and locks out the round for them. A great play coming out from this team, as it looked essentially like a lost split. I mean, they were down 2-1 early on, just able to answer back, win 3 in a row of their defensive rounds. Now a 2-4 round count in favor of Frantic 6, heading to their attacking split. Meraki Gaming will be heading to Aviator Games Rooms, their primary bomb site. Really excited to see how they decide to hold this, and the Warden pick actually coming out. Wouldn't surprise if that gets 6-picked, but I mean, I'm always one to see new operators, and actually the Warden does get sticked, so it does get stuck. So yeah, I want to see how these guys decide to play it. Whoa. It's like a pretty default site setup coming out from Meraki. The operator lineup, however, is a bit strange to say the least. You have both the Wamai and the Jaeger, SADW on the Bandit and Reds to delay those pushes with the smoke canisters. But RX actually going for an aggressive early peek here. Let's see if he can get anything from this. Does a lot of damage onto, I believe, that was RX on the Thatcher. Does not get the kill, however. Figure now on around 20 HP. So definitely a lot of damage done by RX, but not able to get the kill. Great play from Figure to actually get a refrag or get the frag onto RX. The attackers now are being quick to enter into this balcony area. Now all 5 players situated outside of this main study area. So if you're starting to open up that barricade, as well as Cobras looking to peek aggressively. Does swing once. Don't believe he did any damage. Nonetheless, just asserting his dominance here. But Thermite actually rushing in. Already opening up this main wall into bar. The games room wall now is open, so the defensive side of Meraki Gaming will have to play a lot more passive holds, but Ash now actually pushing into this long hallway. Bandit is playing at 90, so a bit of congestion might come out here. Does hear the shots coming out from the Bandit. No damage done onto the Ash. Thermite still trying to push into this main breach area, flashing out the smoke, playing behind the bomb chassis. Meraki Gaming just trying to hold oh so passive, waste all the utility coming out from the attackers, but Fish, he's on site. He's pushed through this main breach and he's seeing the feed of the smoke. Finally does get the kill, but answered back by the player in Vault. But now a refrag coming out onto the Jaeger. Figure getting the kill now, a 2-4 man count. Bandit of SADW now prone in this hallway area. Does not get the kill onto the Thatcher, peeking wide. Cobras left last live on the Wamai. Diffuser's going down behind bar. Does a lot of damage onto the Ash, but from his flank he does get dropped by Ducky on the Zofia, peeking into the aviator into the aviator doorway. So now Frantic 6 with a 5-2 round lead. Definitely a pretty big one. I mean, we talk about Villa being a defensive-sided map, but when you are 5-2 in the lead, you're gonna need quite some defensive rounds to pull that back. Frantic 6 definitely looking in control of this matchup, as Meraki Gaming will be heading back to Aviator Games Room. And just a quick update on the Stream A at the moment. ATK does have a 6-4 lead over, let me see what this team's name was, over Carbon Esports. So if they win one more, that will be ATK facing off against the winner of this matchup in the finals of the African R6 League. Kidney for Shaz initiative. Like I said, once again, Kidney for Shaz, definitely a great initiative. You can head over to ATK's website, I believe, to see more, or type exclamation mark donate in chat to get some more info on how to donate for this great initiative. Shaz, of course, a very prominent member in the South African esports community, one of the lead players of ATK's CSGO team. So support ATK's, or support Shaz more. Definitely a prominent member of the community that definitely needs your guys' help at the moment, struggling with that, with a medical condition at the moment. So would definitely appreciate if you guys can donate to this great initiative. But nonetheless, even if you're just watching, you are helping tremendously by bringing awareness to the It's Kidney for Shaz initiative. But getting back into it now, Meraki Gaming on their defensive split, heading back to Aviator in Games Room now once again for the second time, having lost it now for the first time in the previous round. The operator lineup looking quite linear. RX actually on the castle. We do not see a lot of castle play, especially on this Aviator Games Room bomb site. See these walls into the main office area is opened, ready for an impact trick potentially. SADW now impact in hand, but Thermite, he's still outside. They are playing this oh so passively, making sure it's clear to enter before they start making any moves. Ash now starting to enter into this hallway area, assisted by his team's drones. Does shoot out one of the Jaeger ADSs. Smoke of Raids is playing this angle passively on the doorway. Ash starting to swing wide into this hallway. Actually, no, that is Thatcher. Does take out the default cam at 90. Cobras as well as Raids just peeking into this angle. Cobras swings for just a second, does take some damage from the Ash of still AML. As well as the main breach has now been opened. Thatcher holding this passive angle into the vault area where the Jaeger is currently situated. But still AML does get a kill onto SADW, and that's the Legion dropped. Swinging wide now, gets a double onto King SO. But Raids answering back with a shotgun pump to the head. A triple now for him on the round. A great play coming out from SADW, but he does finally get refragged. Or sorry, Raids refragged by Fish. Now a 2-on-2 man count. Both Ducky and Fish left last alive. Swings wide. The castle does get the kill onto the Thermite, however. Now Ducky left last alive in a 1-2 man count. He is currently situated on site with the diffuser in hand. Cobras and RX seemingly oblivious to his position. Does start to shoot, and Pre-Firer giving away his position. What? RX now does spot him entering down behind this bar area, seemingly going for the plant. It looks like he's sticking this. He does. RX just playing this so passively. He doesn't even hear the diffuser going down, but Zofia getting the final kill. A great headshot coming out from Ducky onto RX. Clutches out the round for Frantic 6 off of what I can only describe as, well, complete luck, because that Nomad air jab, basically, even though Zofia herself was caught in that Nomad air jab, if it wasn't there, the Wamai would have gotten the kill onto the Zofia. So Zofia of Ducky, really some clutch plays coming out from him, able to clutch out that round for his team. And now a 62 round count as Meraki Gaming, they head to Kitchen and Dining as their secondary bomb site. They will have to win 4 in a row to push this into overtime, which at the moment isn't looking too likely. And just a quick update on the Stream A. Team ATK have won the match, so they will be facing off against the winner of this matchup in the finals of the African R6 League Kidney for Shaz initiative. Raids accidentally there doing a bit of damage onto RX actually with the impact. Not too much, however, not anything detrimental to the team, but still never like to see team damage done. Looks like a very passive hold coming out from Frantic 6 here, or sorry, Meraki Gaming on this defense. Essentially, all 5 players are playing around site. So if Frantic 6 can read into this, maybe go for a top floor clear, they have the soft breach to be able to open up those floors and really push onto site very early on into this round. But a lot of damage done onto Fish. I believe that was by the Jaeger of Cobras. Fish, he's on essentially 1 HP at the moment. Any damage and he will get dropped. Might go for the reset onto him actually. They do go for the reset. Flashbang going out onto him will get him back up to 20 HP. Figure on the Thatcher does pre-fire into that launch area where Cobras on the Jaeger is currently playing. He's already done his fair share of damage onto Frantic 6, so even if they can clear him out, he's done a lot and he keeps on doing even more. Jaeger doing so much damage onto Ducky. He's now on around 40 HP, as well as Fish. He's on around 20 HP, so this angle being held by Cobras, even though he is now forced to back off of it, has done a lot of damage. Thermite now starting to open up the main wall, but Thatcher does get, Jaeger does get dropped by still AML on the Ash. White swinging into that doorway, as well as RX now answering back with a frag onto Figure. Both Ducky and Fish are low on HP, as well SADW low on HP. So now a 4-4 man count. This could still fall either way, but Fish does get a kill. Refragged, however, by the Goyo, swinging wide, a double kill for RX on the round. Now just a flurry of kills coming out. Ducky doing a bit of damage onto King SO of the Valkyrie. Lulu still situated outside of this laundry area. Ash, however, she's in Memorial, does get fragged, however, by RX on the Goyo. A triple kill for him on the round. But Ducky answering back with a kill onto King SO. Now, once again, an even man count. It's a 2-2 man count. 50 seconds still left on the board. Lulu has the diffuser in hand, but a side angle being held by the castle does get the final kill. Ducky now once again left last live in a 1v2 scenario. He was able to clutch it out last round, but can he work his magic once again? No, he cannot. RX getting the final kill, and I believe that is a 4k for him on the round. Getting the final kill onto Ducky of the Zofia. Great play from him. Basically winning that round for his team. I mean, a 4k from him on the round. Great play from Meraki Gaming. Able to clutch out the round. And now a 3-6 round count. Team Meraki will be heading to living room and library. It's their their third bomb site they will go to. It is currently match point, so anything, any site they drop will lead to Team Frantic 6 heading off into that final matchup between ATK and Frantic 6. I believe that was a donation actually. Donation sound. So whoever just donated, Modem donated $50. Wow, okay, that's a pretty big one. Thank you, Modem. Thank you so much for your contribution to the Kidney for Shaz initiative. Definitely does go a long way in helping Shaz afford her medical bills. So thank you so much for that donation. Very generous. But getting back to the matchup now, Meraki Gaming, they are still on the defensive side. Heading to living room and library now as their bomb site. See what they can do with this. The attackers making quick work, pushing to Art Studio, as well taking control of this piano area now, and really a lot of map control already in the hands of Frantic 6 as they push into Red Hallway. Zofia now placing a claymore close on the angle there in that hallway, as Thermite is pushing in. I presume he will be starting to open up this wall. Indeed he does, as now Frantic 6, they have quite a lot to work with here, because with this main breach open, if SADW can't get a kill, they are kind of screwed. RX now already dropped, as well as King SO by Fish. A great double kill coming out from Frantic 6. A triple now, or a double kill for Ducky, but a triple for the team, as now all the players just getting dropped on Meraki Gaming. SADW is in a DBNO. Red's now left last alive in a 1v5 scenario. It is not looking very likely for him, as Lulu is starting to plant the diffuser. Diffuser now is planted inside of that library area. Thatcher dancing into the angle held by the Jaeger does get dropped, but now in a 1v4, one player holding his angle close right. He does check the corner, takes a lot of damage from the Ash, eventually does get the kill onto Still AML. A double kill for Reds now in the round, but he will have to get 3 more if he wants a shot at clutching this out, and he does! He gets a third onto Fish, a triple kill now for him on the round, but 20 seconds left on the diffuser. The players of Frantic 6 know they can win this on time. They are starting to back off. They know Reds is on fire and he can definitely get this kill, but no. The final kill coming out from Ducky, and that is Frantic 6 taking the matchup in a 7-3 round count. Great play from Frantic 6, able to lock out this matchup. Notably Ducky, the kill leader for his team. Great play to them as they will head into the finals to face off against ATK in the best of 3 matchup. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the semi-finals on Villa between Meraki Gaming and Frantic 6 Esports. Thank you so much for joining. This will be the final matchup hosted on Stream B, so feel free to head over to Stream A to catch the finals between Frantic 6 and Frantic 6 and ATK. Thank you so much for joining. This has been Kanye Diffuse. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel as well as Twitch. Thank you so much for joining, and cheers.
GG.
GG.